Good morning and warm greetings from Ankara. It's a great honor and privilege for me to address you today, although virtually, at this international symposium on Turkey-Sri Lanka relations, New Horizons. I extend my sincere appreciation to the South Asia Strategic Research Center, or GASM, and Istanbul Medeniyet University for convening this timely and forward-looking forum and for bringing together such a distinguished gathering of scholars, policymakers, and practitioners from Turkey, Sri Lanka, and beyond. I apologize for not being able to be in Istanbul in person. While we meet in a digital format, the significance of today's dialogue is very real. It reflects our shared conviction that Turkey-Sri Lanka relations are entering a renewed and promising phase shaped by global transformations, regional realignments, and a collective search for resilient and sustainable partnerships. Ladies and gentlemen, the friendship between Sri Lanka and Turkey rests on deep historical foundations that predate modern diplomacy. For centuries, our peoples were connected through the Indian Ocean trade routes, cultural exchanges, and shared civilizational values. During the Ottoman period, Sri Lanka, renowned for its spices and strategic maritime location, featured prominently within regional commercial networks. Following Sri Lanka's independence, diplomatic relations were formally established in 1948, laying the groundwork for a relationship anchored in mutual respect, sovereignty, and non-interference. Over the decades, this relationship has evolved into a multifaceted partnership supported by political dialogue, development cooperation, and steadily expanding people-to-people ties. I am pleased to share that Sri Lanka in 2025 stands on a firm path of recovery and renewed confidence. After navigating one of the most challenging economic periods in its post-independence history in 2022, Sri Lanka has achieved macroeconomic stabilization and returned to sustained positive growth. According to official recent data released by the Department of Census and Statistics, Sri Lanka recorded a 5.4% GDP growth in the third quarter of 2025, with real GDP rising to uh, 3,325,000 million compared to the 3,154,148 million in the corresponding quarter of 2024. This recovery has been broad-based. During this period, industrial activities expanded by 8.1%, agriculture by 3.6%, and services by 3.5%, reflecting renewed momentum across all major sectors of the economy. Tourism, logistics, construction, manufacturing, and financial services have shown particularly strong resilience. These achievements are the result of disciplined fiscal reforms, debt restructuring, and governance measures undertaken with the support of international partners. Our national focus today is firmly on sustainable growth, social protection, digital transformation, environmental responsibility, and inclusive development, ensuring that economic recovery translates into long-term national resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, even as Sri Lanka advanced along its recovery trajectory, our nation was recently tested by the Nitwa natural disaster, which caused significant loss of life, displacement, and damage to critical infrastructure. At this moment of profound difficulty, Turkey once again demonstrated true friendship and solidarity. I wish to place on record Sri Lanka's deep appreciation to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Turkey, the Embassy of Turkey in Colombo, the Turkish Cooperation and Coordination Agency TICA, and the Turkish Trade Representative, Turk Kezalan. TICA responded swiftly by deploying an assessment mission to Sri Lanka in late 2025, delivering 3,000 emergency relief kits to affected communities and allocating US dollars 100,000 in direct assistance to support vulnerable populations. Importantly, TICA is now actively considering longer-term reconstruction and development projects, particularly in the areas of health, education, and infrastructure for the recovery phase beginning in 2026. The Turkish Red Crescent working closely with the Sri Lanka Red Cross Society, has already received Sri Lanka's official appeal and is preparing to initiate the donation process. This support builds upon a remarkable legacy of cooperation, including the construction of the Turkish tsunami village in Valigama following the devastating tsunami of 2004. I must also warmly acknowledge the Sri Lankan community in Turkey, as well as many Turkish friends and well-wishers whose voluntary contributions and solidarity once again highlighted the enduring strength of people-to-people ties between our two countries. As Sri Lanka transitions from immediate relief to reconstruction, continued international cooperation, especially from trusted partners such as Turkey, remains essential. Distinguished participants, our bilateral relations have gained renewed momentum through joint commission mechanisms and high-level exchanges. Notably, the third session of the Joint Economic and Technical Cooperation Commission was successfully concluded in July 2025 with the visit of His Excellency the Minister of National Education of Turkey to Sri Lanka. These engagements have generated concrete outcomes and new pathways for cooperation in trade and investment, development cooperation, education, cultural exchanges, defense, and technical collaboration. They provide a structured framework for advancing mutually beneficial initiatives aligned with the development priorities of both nations. Ladies and gentlemen, looking ahead, Turkey and Sri Lanka possess strong complementary needs and shared strategic interests. There is considerable potential to deepen cooperation in the following areas: trade and investment, including value-added manufacturing and logistics; tourism and cultural diplomacy, leveraging our rich heritage and connectivity; higher education, research collaboration, and student mobility; renewable energy, climate resilience, and sustainable development; and also humanitarian assistance and disaster preparedness, drawing on Turkey's globally recognized expertise. Sri Lanka's strategic location in the Indian Ocean and Turkey's expanding engagement with Asia and the Indo-Pacific present natural opportunities for partnership in regional connectivity and global diplomacy. Distinguished guests, this symposium on New Horizons in Turkey-Sri Lanka relations is both timely and meaningful. It reminds us that strong bilateral relations are built not only through diplomacy, but also through ideas, dialogue, scholarship, and shared vision. Sri Lanka deeply values its friendship with Turkey, a friendship tested and strengthened in times of adversity and enriched through cooperation, trust, and mutual respect. I once again extend my sincere appreciation to GASM, Istanbul Medeniyet University, and all participants joining us online today, and also who are present there in person. My special thanks go to Dr. Aydin Mansu, our Honorary Consul in Istanbul, for all the coordination work. I'm confident that the discussions that follow will contribute constructively to shaping the next chapter of Turkey-Sri Lanka relations. Thank you for your attention.